a match between Comstar, Postal Service, and damage per second. So we're right
Hooray.
now at the map banning screen, and I guess we will let them ban to see what match they want to play.
Dan, what channel is this on? I'm telling the people in the past
It's
currently in
MWO
their
leagues.
leagues.
It should be the main leagues one.
Okay. So I'm in the leagues 3 talking to people in the past right now.
Okay. So it looks like Comstar banned Grimplexus. Uh, Grimplexus is a map that we're going to see banned probably a lot. Looking back, it hasn't been played 8-on-8 in comp in a long time. So I just know I saw lots of teams banning it. Makes sense to me, especially when you have a lot of practice on other maps like Mining and Canyon. Uh, Even Ruby and Tourmaline, they've played more recently in other leagues.
Yeah, Grim has not been popular. Although it was played once earlier today in a real knockdown brawl fight.
Yeah, it was interesting trying to find old footage of people playing on Grim. We had to go back so far when I was trying to figure out what Grim should look like. It looks like DPS still hasn't banned yet. I don't know, is there?
There were some issues with the map ban tool in earlier matches today as well, where the second pick took a very long time to go through.
Okay,
So maybe they're just taking their time, or maybe there's a tool issue.
all right. Well, I think of all these five maps, Grim is definitely the kind of the odd one out as far as experience and time people have had. Canyon Network and Mining are going to be your most I feel like teams have been played the most in competitive matches is recently in the last couple of years. They're all gonna want to play those two maps, Canyon and Mining. All right, so we have another ban done. Tourmaline is out. So long, Tourmaline. There was a Dune version of Tourmaline for a bit. If anybody remembers when it was a little bit glitched, it was kind of fun. It was. I kind of want PGI to release the Dune version of Tourmaline.
I never actually got the chance to play it.
It
I
was
only heard tales of the glory.
it was random and great. I liked it. Uh, so we got two to go. Mining and Canyon are still in it. As I was saying earlier, they are the
Well,
bees.
Mining Canyon and Ruby will be the maps selected. It's just up to the order now.
Right. So Comstar looks like picked Canyon Network for one. I didn't play on Canyon Network. I banned Canyon Network the whole time that I played in Comp Q. So
And we thank you for it.
I have a good idea what it's gonna look like. I banned it for exact reason what I was saying earlier. I feel like my team hadn't played for a while, and a lot of teams had, and I felt that teams who had been playing consistently for the last 2, 3, 4 years were gonna be like Canyon Network always comes up. So we got two is Rubalite from DPS, and then three is Mining Collective. So first match will be Canyon Network. We've got looks like I think Comstar is red and DPS is blue. So let's get this map set up. Uh, Deathlord,
Uh, do be sure to invite me to the lobby before you launch.
yeah, let me get you in here. I can do that. I was working all day today, unfortunately, so I missed the earlier matches. First time I've used Match Tool, that's why I'm so slow getting started. And also Terragato.
Potato cat issues.
What team is red on this one? Would red be the second team?
Yes, blue is team 1, red is team 2.
All right.
I couldn't actually see what you're seeing on the map band, so I don't know which they ended up picking.
Okay, so first drop is Canyon now. Did you get my invite? There it is. Yep.
Yep. You need to put me in. Okay, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, they get to choose their teams each time, so there may be a switch or there may not. You need to like take a screenshot of the band result screen or something.
Okay. I think both teams are NA, so we're good for there. I just got to figure out if they're on the right side or not. Not sure how.
Did you have the so you have the results of the map band
Yep.
selection up? You see those, right?
Yep.
So the the team on the left is team one, and the color of their icon is their side. So if
Okay.
the mech on the left corner is blue, then team one is on team one.
Got it. But then we are correctly set up then.
Okay.
Let's get a.
Yep. So at this point, the setup timer should be going for team one. Don't actually quote me on that. I don't know anything. This is just me going off what I saw from other casters earlier today.
All right. Well,
That's how we were rolling tonight.
what is the timer? 5 minutes?
Probably.
I don't worry about it. All right. So we have two teams, DPS and CSPS. Uh, both teams worked hard, good enough teams to get where they are. So, no disrespect there. Um, I will
Yeah, it was a
say,
long grind getting up into those top 12 for those teams that did.
having fought both teams, my in my experience, I found the Comstar Postal team a little bit sharper than the DPS team. It was a lot harder getting a win off CSPS than it was DPS for my team. So that makes me and that does come across I think in the ranking as well as who's ranked higher than the other team, seed wise.
I think
Not
we played DPS twice, one very early in the queue and one very late. So
and
hard to,
then
hard to make any judgment about them.
I mean, that's fair. Uh, I also recognize more people on Comstar, but that's because I'm old. I mean, I don't know who I don't know who plays this game like who finds this game and plays it like who's been playing it for a few months. Everybody I know has been playing this game for like 11 years. I don't
We
know how.
we've been back for two tournaments now, so you only have so long to get mileage out of that argument,
All
Dane.
right, team one is locked. That's true, but I mean, when I recognize a person, I recognize them from the past. So I recognize CSJX Ringwraith. Holy shit, that is a like I once made a rap battle video against some of his friends like 30 years ago. All right, I mean, those are people. I don't
What
know.
teams did you not have a rat beef with?
I they CSJ X in decades ago. All right, around the time that your grandparents were born, was part of like a really good, really strong team in this game. I mean, they had a different name. I think they were Clan Smoke Jaguar Alpha Galaxy or something. But they were the big boys on campus back in the Pop Tart days when the Pop Tarting Victor um, made all of its crimes, committed all its crimes against Meta, and was sent to Meta jail forever. The rise and fall of the Dragon Slayer. But yeah, I recognize him from a million years ago. There's Nate, there's Dionysae. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. DeChump. Um, there's a lot of history in this
Hey, the
Comstar
Chump, I
unit.
know that guy.
Yeah. There's a lot of history in this Comstar unit, though. Like MS. You see that MS tag there from near Salon. I mean, they've some of them have been in different units. Some of them have been in similarly named units. Some of them, I mean, it's really interesting to see them here today. But both teams are locked, and be more interesting than me talking like an old man is to actually watch this battle happen. So I am going to launch it. Just gonna quickly check the rules.
Really
Conquest, Canyon,
building the anticipation
15,
there.
first person. All right, I think I have all the rules right. So here we go. DPS. I mean, I just talked lovingly about the other team. I mean, maybe they have new names. I feel like the level guy I almost recognize, but then there's like 36 more characters beyond his name, and then I don't know what's happening anymore.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track with the numbers.
Someone has my old name and plays this game. If you see Mech the Dane, it's not me. So it's fair. It's fair to not. I mean, yeah. I tried to make it obvious who I still was, though. But let's get into the match. What are all my old buttons? If I can even, man, you don't you don't cast for a couple months and suddenly everything's confusing. There we go. Uh,
Command coming in. Capture and
Now
hold the
Canyon Network, as
resource
I
point.
mentioned earlier,
Stop
is the
any
one
hostiles
match
that get in your way. We have Gamma.
I always
Enemy
ban this
forces
map,
have
so my
Sigma.
team was not playing on it. But I doubt we'll see too many surprises here. Uh, there we go. There's the name tags.
Got an interesting mix of mechs from CSPS. We got a PPC Narc Vapor Eagle going wide cap aside. So this is not going to be a face rush kind of
Beta
map.
is controlled by
Not
the
for
enemy.
CSPS anyway.
They've taken
However,
Epsilon.
DPS, it looks like pushing hard down the right channel, down the river. Um, I'm gonna guess that's DACA over there. Nightjear, Kodiak, MC, Mad Cat 2, Summoner, Arctic Wolf. Now, this
Yeah.
strategy here, I mean, I think they're going to try to bow them over a bit. It's not a strong cap strategy, at least not now. Nobody's picking up Kappa. If uh, if
No.
if Comstar grabbed
Comstar
Kappa,
recognizes,
they could have had a
well, they
more
recognize they need to be getting shots down. They need to get damage down before CSPS gets in their face.
lot of UAVs up. But you can see here, CSPS is all they're really bunched up. Not CSPS, DPS. Sorry, damage per second is really bunched up on this hill. This allows CPS to get all angles on them from all sides. You can see that Nightjear went down. This is not an ideal situation. I wouldn't want to be in this spot. I would be unhappy with my team if I was here, just because you just
Yeah, the
can't get
DPS
angles.
death ball kind of broke up.
It's
This
hard.
is turning into a bunch of little skirmishes, and it's not going well for DPS.
DPS has 4 mechs in the low ground, and for the mechs above them to support them, so the Kodiak and the MC2, they both have to expose to support the low ground mechs. Uh,
Managed to take out that direwolf. Oh, and the Crusader. Okay, so
I mean,
it's
it's 2
evening out.
2, right? And the Firestarter's getting chewed up on the left flank for DPS. DPS is now going to probably lose their Summoner on their left flank as well. This
Yeah, they
Incubus
should be able
is
to 3v1 the Summoner.
Incubus is on the Annihilator. He's bailing though. Summoner's trying to escape. There's a fight happening off to the side as well. This is a looks like near Salon.
Yeah, Yondu's going to clean up there. He's totally fresh.
Yeah,
Even boating ER large, it doesn't matter. The armor diff is huge.
it's just a. I mean, it's just cleanup, and it's been kind of cleanup for a
Yep.
while now. They well, you know, we say that, but it's
Hmm.
surprisingly close. So I'm, you know, well,
I love Annihilator's Kodiak still has all his guns,
he's
although he's
getting
about to lose one torso.
yeah, he's getting shot in the back by this Firestarter A.
Oh,
Falling back
and the
here.
Mad Cat also has all his guns. If he can no jam against Yondu, he might have a chance.
Annihilator backed up and got eyes on Ring Wraith, who was taking pot shots at him. Was able to, I think, pop him down for a second. But these three mechs for CSPS are attempting to whittle down the last two DPS mechs. Um, how healthy is
Ring
Ring
Wraith,
Wraith?
very his right torso is open and red, so one good hit and he's dead. But he should be able to avoid that.
So
And he is getting out of dodge. He's staying below the Kodak's view. That's good for him. Yondu's moving up. He's still got so much armor. And really, even if DPS manages to squeak these kills out, they really don't have enough time to cap at this point.
right. So the game is won for. There we go.
Yep, there goes the
Comstar.
Annihilator, and now Juice's Loose is going to be hit from front and back.
Yeah,
And
Stalker's
that's the
on
game.
him. The other two mechs will get him. It was a game either way though because of the caps. It's 4 capped for Comstar versus 1 cap for DPS. So, I mean, to be fair, I mean, I misread that a bit. That was much closer than I thought it would be, given how bunched up it initially looked like DPS was.
Yeah, that brawl swung back and forth very quickly.
So I apologize. I missed some stuff in that.
It was a fast, chaotic brawl. I'll definitely be watching that back on the VOD.
Let's go
Big
ahead.
damage out of Yondu, being the assault to live to the end. Same out of Juices Loose in his Mad Cat. Definitely did not triple jam very much in the Mad Cat.
Yeah, you can see low damage numbers for DPS's lights versus much higher DPS numbers
I think the
for
story there might have been the
although this is
Summoner
Viper.
performance. Near Solon's got a lot more damage out than Refuse My Batch Alls managed to.
Yep, that's true. I mean, and it looked like Juice is Loose and I Love Annihilators both kind of in the back there. It looks like they definitely put down damage, though. They did good work for their team from that area. The Arctic Wolf and Lady Wolf also did quite a bit of damage for DPS as well. But yeah, that was much closer than I thought it would be. Yeah, what do I know? Oh,
Very exciting.
little, very little, unfortunately. Barely know how to do a map ban. Okay. So, next map is going to be damage per second, and I guess let me update my spreadsheet to show that Comstar did get a victory. Let's see.
You need
Rub
to determine
Rubalite.
whether the team switch or
I think they
not.
do switch. It's Ruby and they switch. Gonna give them some forewarning before I switch them. All right, here we go.
Hit him with that switch.
So DPS is nice because in the game it shows their name as DPS.
Yeah, there's not enough CSPS to trigger the title.
Yeah. So in the game I just keep seeing Team 2 and I'm like, what are they called again? Okay.
I need to start calling them Comstar though, because there are too many PS in the team names. It's getting
I know,
confusing.
there's a lot of S's. Yeah, Comstar and Damage. Let's go with that. That'll be
There
easier.
we go.
I won't trip over myself and call the wrong teams. Uh, so yeah, that was so I okay. So this is my let's look at the I can even map strat. I do have a map strat.
I don't think there's much to say about that. I mean, it was just they ended up in a mostly
I gotta
engagement
clean it
along
up.
the.
My map step's dirty.
Oh my!
Uh, and that's
It was
not.
mostly an engagement along the Epsilon east-west ridge line, with a few dudes getting around north. It ended up being a 2v2 that did not favor DPS.
So
And then it was just a brawl in the center canyon.
I wish I mean, I did a bad job. I want to apologize to everybody. I feel like I did a bad job keeping an eye on what was happening in that fight. I was too long since I've done a cast. It's my bad.
Got
Because
warm up, get those caster juices
I
flowing.
know I gotta do better. So yeah, I saw damage go up this do you have the link to this by the way? Let me you probably do
I
from a million years ago.
maybe.
We're just waiting for these teams to lock. I mean to me, it looked like with a bunch of I would say mid-range mechs, damage took this angle up here, and I'm thinking that with a traditional setup, you've got something like uh, maybe a mech here, maybe here, maybe someone here, and basically what I'd hope to see in this scenario is that they have this wide arc, and it just bottles up it bottles this team up. So I would hate to be in that position because you can get shot from all those sides. You're taking damage from so many directions, um, and I don't like that. So that's what I initially thought was going to happen when this fight began, but it feels like I think Comstar like they came up a lot more aggressively here. They came up more aggressively here. And then to give props to damage, I think they took advantage of some opportunities here that I just wasn't fast enough to catch up on. And obviously there was nothing here, I'm pretty sure. So, anyways, it was a lot different than I imagined it was going to be on the setup. But at these ranges here, the weapons that damage brought, I mean, were very powerful, very impactful. So, yeah, kudos to them. Uh, I thought that was well fought. So,
It was. It was
ah,
unfortunate to see the Crusader go down early. Really, this is the first appearance of Crusaders in comp, and basically in all the matches we've seen today, they didn't have a good show of it.
team.
Team one is locked.
Yep.
Team two is green, but waiting for confirmation.
Yeah, let's get out of my ghetto map. I'm talking about my
Oh,
failure.
team two is locked.
Team two's
We are
locked.
ready to go.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and double check my garbage. Make sure I got everything right. Looks right to me, and I'm gonna launch. Switching view mode. I had my fortunately my overview was wrong, but now it's right. I just
Yeah,
don't.
just make sure in the right scene.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. I'm double checking the stream every few minutes, but that is looking far in the past through the Palantir.
All right. Okay. Drop two. So we saw DPS damage take a pretty tight I would say DACA group, pretty aggressive push there. Wonder if they'll see them take the same here again, or a different tact. Rubelite, is another one of those maps that people can spread out and just do a lot of slow damage to each other. I feel like that's how JGX would play it. but there's also opportunities for quick brawl or slow brawl too. And then obviously this is a cap game. Um, I feel like man, where are these mechs?
Yeah, I think somebody's slow to connect.
Kappa's an interesting one to grab. It's kind of easy for both teams to kind of get an eye on Kappa. Epsi's kind of out there. But yeah, we'll see how they handle this. And then, lights get jumped. Lights get jumped. There's a lot of nasty, oh, they've called a hold. And they've agreed to a hold. So both teams are holding. I don't
Command coming in.
figure out who we're missing
Capture
in a
and hold
second.
the resource point. Stop any hostiles that get in your way.
While we're here, let's see. Comstar is bringing. Let's get inside. Let's get inside Comstar and see what's going on. So it's Timberwolf. Uh, heavy large lasers, interesting. Large lasers and Gauss. ER large for this is a long range Timberwolf and 9 annihilators. Um, Executioner from Dare. It's got PPCs and then a whole bunch of backup lasers. Uh, Juice and his annihilators full of ER larges, so there's a lot of range. Micro lasers pulse. This black lantern that levels in is for murdering of small baby mechs. Phoenix Hawk snub Phoenix Hawk with smalls.
Artillery strike.
Nothing surprising there
Airstrike
about a
online.
Here they go.
Looks
like
Override
everyone's
based
moving.
airstrike online.
Successfully reconnected.
Online.
Yeah, DPS has their 5 light pack thing going on, which we saw out of them in ComQ a couple times.
Yep. It's looking to me like Comstar is going to be more mid to close range is what they're going for, and damage is going long range in this. So we'll see who this ends up favoring. Get out of view mode before I get bugged. Woo. Alright, so what you expect to see here is damage try to set up for some long range control, and then we're going to want to see, and then Comstar is going to try to set up for more aggressive push. That's my read based off of their loadouts. Lady Wolf is jumping in, grabbing Theta. Looks like they're not. Ring is trying to contest it and didn't quite in time. Looks like they've smidged it.
Yeah, it's best you can hope for on this.
No team is making a
kind of
play for
setup.
Kappa. It does look like Comstar could try to jump these mechs here. They got a group of 3 mechs just waiting to move. Nate's underground in his Crusader.
They've got 4 now moving under the platform to the north.
We see DPS backing away, hopefully. A little bit of poke and trade coming from the bottom. The rest of Comstar actually, mid-range back here, supporting those guys underground. Looks like Neander.
Neander's Marauder is getting punished pretty hard by the Direwolf. Yep.
I mean, he can't trade with that Direwolf at this range. He's outranged.
No, he wasn't trying to. He was trying to fire under the deck, but just exposed a little too long.
So, yeah. I can't fly back high enough without the stupid smog. So we have a lot of Comstar's team is right here in the middle. As I said, Comstar is looking to do a push team, not a range fight
Yeah.
here. They're
DPS would have had the opportunity to punish those 2 mechs on the high north platform, but they kept their eyes on the middle instead. They lost Hydrocyle for it.
There's a lot of short-range poking back and forth here. We can see the Executioner and Black Lantern for damage are pushing the left flank, trying to kill the
Sunspider. Yeah, now they got 2 on that and succeeded.
And now they're going to have 3 on the Warhawk, so they'll probably get the Warhawk kill. The rest of Comstar needs to be getting some other kills, so we see...
Yeah, Comstar is just kind of bottled up here in the middle.
They need to just go. They need to... who let the dogs out? They need to be the dogs that need to be let out. So you can see this flank pack from damage is just... they're getting these kills. They've now killed the Warhawk. They should probably... If the it's 3 on 2. I think they're a little beat up though. If they can kill Up now it's 2-1-2 back here.
Yeah, this is
Meanwhile,
where that Crusader can really shine, as long as he doesn't get finished off the back, and he does.
meanwhile the front part of Comstar have all pushed up and are now finishing off those range mechs. They did kill that Crusader though while I was looking away. So they're gonna kill that
Yep.
Crusader and kill that Timberwolf.
Well, they managed to get up behind DPS's assaults, finishing them off up top.
Yep. So Comstar killed DPS's assaults while DPS killed Comstars, and now it's the survivors fighting. That Black
Yep.
Gunner was
Now
didn't have
it's
much.
2v4, 1v4.
Yep. Neander might be the one to kill here, but now it's over.
Oh.
So I mean, worked well for Comstar there. I think we both saw there that they kind of got they gave up a little bit of
Resource point
initiative
data
when
is
they kind of
ours.
got grouped up there for a bit and didn't kind of push
Mm-hmm.
on. And in that instant, it did give an opening for to damage their lights to flank that left flank or that north flank or whatever, and start hitting the assaults. But once Comstar, got the call and pushed, it rapidly came to an end. So let's see how those range mechs actually did. The Annihilator 380, Direwolf 540. I mean, good damage from that Mist Lynx. It's hard for the Vulcan and the Phoenix Hawk in this situation, even the Flea, because so many of Comstar's mechs were at ranges and counters that any time that Vulcan or that Phoenix probably tried to engage, they probably had 3 to 4 other mechs return fire on them. Uh, Comstars is
Yeah, Hydrokyle, the Vulcan. I think he was just facing too many of DPS down there. Sorry, too many of Comstar down in there in the middle. Get enough laser vomit on that thing, and it's gonna pop real quick.
so that is a second win for Comstar tonight.